Today, and I am sick and tired of left-wing conspiracy mumbo-jumbo nonsense being pushed through the internet, we have this story accusing Ben Shapiro and the Daily Wire, but specifically Ben Shapiro as its founder, of breaking Facebook's rules and getting away with it by pushing a conspiracy theory. This was promoted by CNN's Oliver Darcy and Brian Stelter, as well as some New York Times personalities. And you know what? Instead of just tweeting at them constantly, stop spreading conspiracies, I decided to make a video about it. Here's the accusation. They say Facebook allows prominent right-wing website to break the rules. This is the online version of the Popular Information newsletter, whatever. Okay, popular.info. Here's the question. Is Ben Shapiro, founder of the Daily Wire, using a coordinated, inauthentic network to promote the Daily Wire? The answer is, I don't know. And this doesn't prove it. But you can be sure they assert that as fact. Here's what we do know. There are 14 pages. They appear to be posting the same content at the same time. Does that prove there is inauthentic behavior, which would be a violation of Facebook's rules? No, it doesn't. Does it prove that Ben Shapiro or Daily Wire in any way are involved? No, it doesn't. Yet they are still making that claim, and CNN is pushing this out. Stop. Is it possible? It is. Is it likely, in my opinion? Can't say for sure. Would it be a good strategy to do? There is a good reason to do this to promote the Daily Wire. So what I can tell you right now is they have a half story that is not conclusive. Nothing is confirmed. It's interesting to say the least, but you cannot make a statement of fact accusing the Daily Wire of doing this specifically on their own, and then they try and reframe Facebook's rules to make it seem like the Daily Wire is doing something wrong when they most likely aren't, even if it's the case. But you know what? Because it's CNN promoting it, it's not a conspiracy. Okay, Brian. Thank you for promoting conspiracy theories while simultaneously constantly complaining about far-right conspiracies. Nothing in this is confirmed, and you promoted it, and so did Oliver Darcy. Why does CNN get a free pass to promote unconfirmed information from an ideological standpoint to smear a page simply because they don't like it? Yup, and I'm telling you they don't like it not because I'm making that up, because the people who wrote this are left-wing activists, and CNN's promoting it. I'm so sick and tired of the double standard where they can say, you promoted a conspiracy theory. Dude, you literally wrote this huge conspiracy nonsense accusing Daily Wire specifically of coordinated inauthentic behavior and then accused Facebook of working with them to allow it. I kid you not. Some of these tweets are like, Mark Zuckerberg just met with Ben Shapiro and now they're allowing this. Dude, you didn't even prove this. You didn't even prove this was real, and you're already jumping to Mark Zuckerberg is defending them and allowing them to break the rules? I am sick and tired of the fake news conspiracy nonsense trash, and this was promoted by Brian Stelter of CNN and Oliver Darcy. Bravo, guys. Thank you for promoting this insane nonsense. Let's read this, and I'm going to break it down because I know a ton about how this works, and I can tell you definitively why they're not being banned, and it may be Daily Wire, maybe not, we don't know. The Daily Wire, the right-wing website founded by pundit Ben Shapiro, is a cesspool of misogyny, bigotry. Okay, we get it. You're on the left and you don't like the Daily Wire. They say a Popular Information investigation reveals some of this success is attributable to a clandestine network of 14 large Facebook pages that purport to be independent, but exclusively promote content from the Daily Wire in a coordinated fashion. Okay, hold on. Clandestine? Seriously, dude? You can just search for them. They're not hard to find. Clandestine. This kind of inauthentic coordinated behavior, full stop. In order for this to be inauthentic, you have to prove a few things. Is it really being run by the Daily Wire? We don't know. Secondly, what's inauthentic about the Daily Wire having a bunch of different pages and promoting things? That's not what the rules are about. It's such Weasley conspiracy trash. They say Facebook has taken down smaller and less coordinated networks that promoted liberal content. And I know why they did, and it's because they actually broke the rules. Okay, but let's carry on. But Facebook told Popular Information that it will continue to allow this network to operate and amplify the Daily Wire's content. First, it is not against the rules to have different pages. Imagine you had like 5 Twitter accounts, and one was called like the Meme Master, and then one's called like the Master of Memes, and they post a lot of the similar stuff. That is coordinated. Is it inauthentic? Define inauthentic, okay? Facebook's rules on coordinated inauthentic behavior are specifically and typically, okay, I understand it could be vague, about foreign actors pretending to be American, which is inauthentic, and then promoting politics for a political and reason. If the Daily Wire created a series of pages that are one's called like Lady Patriots, one's called like Don't Mess with America, and I went and checked them out. You know what the first thing I noticed was? They have no traction whatsoever. That's right. The articles have zero engagement. So they're trying to contend that, but why does the Daily Wire get so much engagement? It's because of this inauthentic network. Okay, there's a lot to break down. And I must stress the first thing is we don't know who's running this. Some of the pages claim to be run by particular individuals. May be true. And you can have a bunch of different pages and they can promote the same articles and it can come from one website, especially if they're actually Americans. And guess what? Facebook knows the location of where these things are being posted. Now, it is fair to say there is reason to believe Daily Wire may be doing this on their own. No problem saying that. But this is a half story. It shouldn't have been published without a comment from the Daily Wire or definitive proof. So here we see several pages. Conservative News, Don't Mess with America, Fed Up Americans, Lady Patriots. I looked at a couple of these pages. They have very few we have relatively few followers in the tens of thousands. I think higher profile personalities on Facebook tend to be in the millions. My Facebook page has like 70,000. So these are about they're not particularly big. They do simultaneously post typically around the same time, the same content. Well, here's the thing. First, Conservative News posted 8 minutes. Don't Mess with America posted 12 minutes ago. Okay, hold on. If you want to argue they were all posted at the exact same time, I would say they're using something like Hootsuite to schedule the posts, and have them pop up. However, these are not all posted at the same time. This says 5 minutes, 12, and 8, which means somebody manually went in and started dropping links. Okay, you can also see, based on the photo, these have no engagement. They're not driving. Listen, there is a benefit to doing this. I'll explain that in a second. But to act like these are somehow very powerful, they're going to get a minor benefit off doing this if it is true that Daily Wire is doing this. More importantly, however, it doesn't look like they're automating the posts. It looks like there may be a moderator who goes in and explicitly does this. Now, let me tell you why some of these other networks got banned. These other networks got banned because they created a big spider web where they shared pages with each other so that they could all promote their own individual websites to all of these different pages. And Facebook saw a spider web of different network admins controlling all of these different pages. It's very, very different. Now, I believe Facebook should not have gotten rid of them. However, the outrage was because of the left. Facebook deleted this network because of the constant barrage of left-wing demands to get rid of inauthentic behavior. That was very specific. In this instance, you may have one person, and Facebook knows this, running multiple accounts, which you're allowed to do, manually posting the same article. And guess what? You want to know why all of these posts probably happen around the same time? Maybe it's because that's when the Daily Wire publishes them to their website. So let's stop here. The question is, they specifically assert, and not only that, one of the websites doesn't even line up what they're trying to claim, that the Daily Wire is doing this. They say the engagement the Daily Wire receives from this network could expand the reach of posts with the same content shared from Ben Shapiro's Facebook page on the main Daily Wire Facebook page, except it doesn't. And you can clearly see it. This is an unhinged conspiracy theory. They're literally believing a conspiracy that this network is controlled by the Daily Wire. They directly and overtly claim the Daily Wire is doing this. And they say, look at this. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg recently invited Shapiro, the Wire's founder, to his home for dinner. The purpose of the meeting, to talk about issues like free speech and discuss partnerships. Shapiro is, okay. You see what they're doing? And this is getting this is getting mainstream play. So let me tell you something. Actually, let's read this right here. I want to make sure we get through the gist of it. They say, Facebook's community standards prohibit inauthentic behavior. Define inauthentic behavior. That is defined by Facebook as the use of Facebook or Instagram, assets, accounts, pages, groups, etc., to mislead people or Facebook about the identity, purpose, or origin of the entity they represent. So you're saying you have proof that the person behind these accounts works for Ben Shapiro and isn't just some person who wants to build pages? You're clearly Facebook knows something you don't, right? It's possible the Daily Wire has nothing to do with this. It's also possible we're looking at an inverted correlation. Could it be that there's an individual who knows that because Daily Wire is so popular, they created multiple pages unaffiliated with the Wire, and they promote these, manually upload these links whenever the Daily Wire publishes because it builds up these pages and generates followers? Could that be the case? The point is, we don't know. We know that someone runs multiple pages because they're posting at the same time. That's fair, and that's about it. So why did Brian Stelter promote this? Why did Oliver Darcy promote this? Why is CNN's media reporters pushing a baseless conspiracy, making accusations and statements of fact? They say this: that is exactly what the Daily Wire is doing with these Facebook pages. Whoa, 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 prove it. Well, how do you know the Daily Wire is doing it? You don't. And you know what? I understand you might say there's a good probability they are. First, you said their engagement could be coming from this, but these posts get no engagement. Let me tell you something. Facebook gives weight to links, at least they used to, if they were posted a lot by a lot of people. That means the only real benefit I could see from this, if the Daily Wire was doing it, was to give weight to the story itself in the algorithm by having the same link appear multiple times. Considering that we don't see any engagement from these pages, I think that's not what's happening. And I think they've jumped the gun and made a statement of fact saying the Daily Wire is doing that with these pages. Dude, I really doubt the Daily Wire will ever bring this up, but come on, man. When CNN's media reporters are posting an unhinged conspiracy with no facts, with no proof, at some point you've got to call them out for this. The Angry Patriot Facebook page, for example, says it is run by a frustrated American tired of the establishment taking away our rights and treating American citizens like third-class citizens. In reality, it is centrally run as a part of a network that exists to promote content from the Daily Wire. You don't know that. You don't know what it's doing or why it's doing it. You just know that okay. Saying it exists to promote Daily Wire is jumping the gun. What we know, these pages post very close to each other at the same time, Daily Wire content. Uh-oh, I got a problem for you. I have a simple solution. Perhaps these are not run by the same accounts. You see, I am so fed up. I hope you watch this, Brian. Let me now explain to you a very simple answer. First, is it possible the Daily Wire is running these pages for promotion? It is. What is the likelihood? I honestly don't know. They say, look at all of these pages posting around the exact same time. Oh no. What if that's because it's when the Daily Wire publishes the article? And fans of the Daily Wire then post the article once it goes live. And that's why they're not published at the exact same time, because if it was one person running this, they would use Hootsuite and schedule the post to go onto every page. Instead, what you get is slightly off, meaning Daily Wire writes a story, presses publish. The different people who have these pages see the post go live and immediately share it, hoping it to get engagement, which they don't get. Listen, I can't tell you what is more likely, but in my opinion, the simple solution is that this is an unhinged fringe conspiracy that's angry that people like sharing the Daily Wire. They've made statements of fact without evidence, and you, Brian, and CNN are pushing this. You should be ashamed of yourselves. This is not news, okay? You know what they do? They then try and go on and play this game like, and Mark Zuckerberg invited Ben Shapiro to his house. Wink, wink. What does that mean? Oh my, you know what? Thanks for your double standard. The CNN has lost the plot. You know what? I don't even know why I'm bringing this story up. How about we go to Don Lemon and asking about a black hole swallowing an airplane? For shame, okay? I fully understand. It's possible something may come of this in the future, and it may turn out to be true. The Daily Wire was running this, and they were posting these things to these pages. Facebook says, according to them, that it was deceptive. Yeah, I'd be interested to see the full quote from Facebook before I take their word for it. They're activists who don't like the Daily Wire, who have accused them of all the bigotry and trans whatever phobia. I get it. You don't like them, but you don't have any proof. So why the New York Times and CNN is promoting it? Yeah, well, we get it. Stick around. I got one more segment coming up in a few minutes. I will see you all shortly.